Well, this is Tuesday, and here's Beverly. No, it's glue. It's glue. The glue. Anyways, we have been out on the City Hall and speaking to the mayor and others as it related to the Universal Ostrich Farm. And I guess it came to dawn on me that we really hadn't had the opportunity of popping in and actually talking to Macklin's office and Dan Elvis and thanking them for being such a supporter of the ring bell. Oh, that's the element to thank them very much for being our spokespersons in our community to take it to not only the provincial but the federal house. These ostriches need our voices in areas that we've elected these officials to make count. So see if they're. Oh, I guess that's okay. Let's go see if in fact Max. There we go. Oh no. All right. So Dan, I guess. Well, we'll just give them a call at 1-800 number and make the same. So we got the 1-800 number, and I thank you very much. Do you want to just give them a call right now as we?
Yep.
And then we also take a look at the website, and we'll at Parliament GA and go forward to just explain that we're very, very thankful that they are our voices in Canada to make a difference as it relates to this most important element of what happened. Did it go through? Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon. Is there anyone in the office at the moment? We rang the bell that's beside
Macklin's.
McCall's office, and there was no answer at either office, or at least no one. I don't know if that bell goes for both.
Maybe you could explain what our business is and have them give us a call, Beverly. That we.
Here, I'll pass it to
All right, thank
Mike.
you. All right. Hi, it's good-looking Mike Quigley here, and I want to thank you very much for being a member of Dan being our member of Parliament, and we are so blessed to have him take a stance. And we'd like if he could give me a call, please. Here, you gotta hold that off as possible. And if in fact he was able to just get back to us so that we can have a really nice discord of understanding how, as a member of West Kelowna, the concerns that we have is at this national and international incident with the Universal Ostrich Farm is very, very important really important to us. Could you have them reach out to us at the earliest convenience, please? And who am I speaking with?
Good evening, guys. This is Thundra reporting from Bubble Beat Media at Ground Zero at Universal Ostrich Farm. We have look at that light. We have a developing situation here where one of our supporters, Adeline, who understands the law, is going to be serving the RCMP with a statement. So a verbal statement. So let's see what this entails. Let's see how the RCMP are going to respond. We kind of have a feeling how they're going to respond. So let's see how this goes. So we have Adeline here, and we have Chris Dacey, and we have a handful of supporters, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, maybe more over there, so that we can have many witnesses for this. So Adeline here has been involved in many protests and has won many legal battles. She's actually, along with our incredible legal counsel, Dave Freedom from Toronto, who is epic, she's also giving some advice. So here we go. She's asking the RCMP to come over to receive this verbal statement. And I'm sorry, it's really hard.
Verbal statement, and I'm just asking if the RCMP will come out to talk to me.
Crickets.
They came out and turned on the lights.
Yeah.
Looked like they were going to come, but
They said they would come out and talk to me afterwards, but then they turned around and they're not so far.
So they actually said to you that they're going to come out?
She did say that she would come over here after she turned on the light, yes.
Hmm.
Do I have to yell from here?
we will have to.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me.
Turn off the music in case copyright stuff.
Yeah.
It's not copyright. It's all my own friend DJs.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Not trying to tell you.
My name is Adeline. I would ask for the record for your guys' names, but unfortunately you're not here. I'm here today as an individual activist speaking on my behalf, or on my own behalf, and in support of the family of the Universal Ostrich Farms. I am not acting in their as their representative. I am here as a concerned citizen standing for the welfare of the ostriches and the transparency and lawful process in how the situation is being managed. I understand that the Canadian Food Inspection Agency currently has custody and control of the property and these animals under quarantine and seizure orders connected to these to disease control procedures. I want to ensure that every action being taken here complies with Canadian law and the CFIA's own regulatory obligations and with basic standards of humane care. Under the Health and Animals Act, circa 1990, and the Health of Animals Regulations, section 296, CFA officers are mandated to act in the interest of animals' health, safety, and the proper care. In addition, the Terrestrial Animals Health Code, which CFIA follows under international standards, requires that all animals under government control be cared for by personnel competent in the species involved, that their welfare be safeguarded throughout any control measures. So I'm asking you directly and respectfully, who among the staff here today or assigned to this site is specifically trained and qualified in the care and handling of ostriches and other large flightless birds? And if no such individuals are on staff, why not? How is the CFA ensuring that the animals' needs are being properly met in the meantime? I also request on the record that both the CFIA and RCMP provide a clear assurance that no neglect, mistreatment, or unnecessary harm has occurred or will occur to these animals while under federal custody. These ostriches must receive appropriate veterinary care, food, and housing. The family's charter-protected property rights must be respected throughout this process. Under Section 7 of the Canadian Charter Rights and Freedoms, every person has the right to life, liberty, and security of person, and is not to be deprived of these except in accordance with principle of fundamental justice. This includes the right to lawful and transparent treatment of property, especially when in government-assumed control. Therefore, I am requesting that the CFIA provide a written action plan outlining what specific steps have been taken so far, what is planned next, who is responsible for oversight, and how updates will be communicated to the family. These updates should occur regularly in the interest of accountability and public confidence. For the record, this situation follows the legal case Universal Ostrich Farm versus Canada, and the family and community expects that the CFIA and the RCMP to uphold lawful, ethical, and scientifically valid standards in every decision taken here. Finally, I am granting 72 hours for the CFIA and the RCMP to acknowledge these requests and to open a formal dialogue with the family. The family will do the same. And at the same point, we can come together with a proposal to protect the animals, respect property rights, and restore confidence in this process. I am standing here peacefully, respectfully, and firmly with the single purpose of ensuring that the ostriches and this family are treated with fairness, dignity, and a lawful case. Thank you.
Woo. Thanks, Adeline. Well done. Okay, so there you have it, guys. That was Adeline and giving the RCMP a verbal statement at which they must respond within or by 72 hours. So we will see how that goes. And Adeline was speaking very loudly, so there cannot be any mistake or dispute that that was not heard. So we will follow this and see how it turns out. And just to look at some supporters over here.
Keep recording.
Okay. Adeline! Daisy!
Yeah. Yeah.
They're coming out.
I heard the doors open.
Oh, yeah. They'll get out and talk after. They need to call the BLTs, upper command.
Yeah, that's
Hold on.
right.
17 people. We need to get down here immediately. How do we deal with this? People are trying to talk to us respectfully about the law
Right.
and the violation of law going on over here.
Yeah, they're on their cell phones. What do we do? What do we do?
Yeah. Well, they just sit outside a person seized private property that has nothing to do with this farm.
Right.
A person they've been terrorizing for over 2 weeks.
Right.
And her stepfather showed up today, and they didn't try the same crap they've been doing to her for the last
Can
how
you
long?
Can you just tell us about that real quick?
Yeah. So I mean, so she now has written permission to enter this property. So,
So
this,
wait, who are you talking about?
Allie,
So they know.
Garlic.
Okay, so this is Karen's sister's daughter who lives next
Yeah.
door.
So
right?
it's Katie's cousin.
Yes.
Okay. She doesn't own the property. Her mom and stepdad do. They've had it for like 20 years.
Right.
It's next door, but it's not part of this farm.
Right.
Like at all.
I know.
Right. And they seized it entirely for strategic and logistical purposes.
Right.
So they've stolen the neighbor's property to do this operation, and they've also destroyed it.
Right.
They haven't let them pick the garlic.
Wow.
The garlic's done.
Wow.
They, on top of that, like, so they seized it. They've built roads all over it, cut in an entryway from the highway,
Wow.
where they've been growing that out for years to stop people coming in, poachers or whatever,
Yeah.
right? They have like an entrance down here. The whole thing's a mud pile.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's gross.
Imagine
It's gross.
going home to that.
And so the owner, her stepdad, hadn't been here yet. He came, like, for the last, since I've been here. Allie's been here quite a few times.
Right.
And they were treating her like absolute garbage.
Wow.
They were following her with drones, blasting her in the eyes with lights.
Wow.
She did an interview with Rebel.
Yeah.
And then after that interview, they banned her from the property.
Wow.
So, like,
Yeah, her own property.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
have
So,
to walk away for a second.
It's okay.
No, okay.
So we thought that they were coming out, but evidently they just came out of the car and went back in.
That's okay. I
You did good.
am
Very
happy
good.
that they didn't come out because in the long run, that just shows they're not doing their job. I went 2 hours ago. I told them that I was going to be making a lawful order to a verbal statement as an activist, and I asked them to bring whoever was in charge
Okay.
to hear out my plea.
Okay.
And they said, okay, I will pass that message along. And they might have.
They may have.
They might have.
probably did, but
But in the long run, they were told not to, or they decided not to listen to my legal statement,
Right.
which is unlawful and against their own oath.
Right. Okay, so 72 hours from now is Thursday at 8 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, and I gave them 72 hours to create a plan or an answer to my questions.
Okay.
And now our community and the family has to create their own plan
Okay.
and an answer to the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
And then we deliberate and we go from there at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you for your courage
Yeah, it
and
was
your
powerful.
expertise. That was incredible.
I think the not coming out and kind of the non-answer is an answer in and of itself, and it's
Yeah.
emblematic of this entire thing.
Yeah.
The CFIA does not have public spokespeople. They don't have representatives. If the family wants to talk to them, they have to use the RCMP as gophers.
Yeah.
And I absolutely would guarantee that there is nobody on site at this moment and for the last, 20-something days?
33 days today or 32?
Okay, so 32, 33 days. I don't believe that they have had a single person on site that knows what to do with ostriches.
Right.
No.
Should I take care of a 35-year-old ostrich? No. But I have a legal background.
Yeah. And the family still does not know about the injured hen and the one that was dragged. Like, right?
Yeah, so I mean, well, there's been a few issues with different hen, right? Like, we know 100% that Spirit died under the quote care
Yes.
of the CFIA.
Yeah.
We know that there was another injured hen that we have lots of video of. And then there's been a third one, as far as I know. And all the ostriches that were in, they weren't sick, but they were separated
In
for
special
various
attention,
injuries.
yeah.
Yes, they were all let loose into the population.
I
So
know.
we know for sure that one ostrich died under their care.
Yeah.
And it wasn't sick; it was injured.
Yeah.
When it was spooked by low-flying RCMP drones.
Right.
Right.
Again,
Twice.
their fault.
Twice.
Yeah.
Right. And then it wasn't looked after.
Yeah.
And it died. I think the cause they listed was sepsis.
Oh.
But I mean, it was neglect.
Yeah.
At the CFIA's hand. So just that in and of itself
Yeah.
should be enough.
I know.
With all the video we've taken from the mountains, all these counts, like there seems to be a large number of birds missing,
Yeah, well,
particularly
we know.
female birds.
And as documented in my statement, the CFIA and the RCMP's own mandates and regulations dictate that they have to give the proper veterinary and medical care to these birds, and they have to give statements to the family of what is going on.
Right.
That's by their own statements, their own mandates,
Yeah.
and all I've asked is that they follow those mandates.
Right. Adeline, can you just tell us what is your background? How do you know this? I know you've told me, but just like real quick, like I know you went to police
Yeah,
college.
so I started in college in 2015 in Lethbridge College for criminal justice. I went to school to be a cop, and I decided I didn't want to sign an oath. And afterwards, I was a little bit lost, and I found my way down to Vancouver and ended up at a cannabis protest that was backing the legal case of Mark Allards, who ended up legalizing cannabis in the first place.
And then I know you were at Fairy Creek
Yeah.
with Jim and I.
I went out to Fairy Creek for a little while, made some teepees right at the made some tree houses right at the very beginning, and that was really fun. We did some homeless protests through 2024, and in the long run, after a failed attempt at 420, we saw some parks rangers fired for what they did on that day.
Wow.
So
Wow. And I understand you've won a lot of your court cases.
I have been associated with many court cases that have gone through and won. Between 2015 and 2018, for cannabis rights, we beat 170 counts of trafficking.
Wow.
For giving away cannabis to medical patients for free.
Wow.
And what we said is, until the government is willing to give us basically the same thing here, until you're willing to give me a framework that stipulates what should be, lawful, and we all agree on that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna be doing this, right? So
Yeah. Amazing.
that was what we said in 2015,
Old school activism.
and that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
today.
Like I'm kind of new to the activism game, and I've kind of like shifted into media, I guess. But it's like it just facilitates the activism, really.
Yeah.
You know,
it does.
call me what you want. It says
Yeah.
journalist on my thing, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with that title. But
I had a big angry old Englishman teach me about the English laws and the old school regulations of charter rights, and with the police background and everything else, my life has led me to understanding the laws
Yeah.
in a way that I can help in these
Nice.
kind of places.
Nice.
we definitely appreciate
Yes,
it. I'm
thank you
sure the family does, and that was moving.
Absolutely.
It was. They might have stayed in their cars, but
They were shaking in their boots.
Yeah, well, that says something, right? It says something. That speaks in and of itself. So
Yes, your
I
voice
appreciate.
was clear.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Well,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
your courage and
Yeah.
your support, and thank you.
I appreciate you guys, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all the efforts of everybody here and everything, all the callings that I had because of the efforts that you guys are putting in. So
Well, thank you for your
Amazing.
courage. We'll see how
Thanks.
this goes. Yeah, guys, so we're going to see. We'll see how they respond in 72 hours from Adeline's verbal statement and asking a lot of questions, because everybody's been asking the questions for months now. Yeah, we want answers, and we want the ostriches to be saved. So have a wonderful night, and we will see you tomorrow or maybe tonight.